So this woman, she's looking for a husband, and she's offering a $5,000 reward.
She's that desperate.
That desperate for a husband.
And that, probably just that tired of it. She's like, okay,
Been in the game a while.
Honestly, like, I like this lady because she's like, I obviously can't get it done. I need help.
She's 34 years old. The window of opportunity is closing.
Yep.
It's closing every day.
That with my boss like a couple years ago, and I've now added my best friend, her husband, and a couple other friends. But I feel like I'm just going to open it up to the general public because...
I mean...
She's like, you know what? I'm letting everybody get in on this.
Yeah. So this one lady, she was like, when a woman turns 35, she's basically geriatric at that point. I was like, oh, that's so rude. That's incredibly rude. But she's like, no, that's just how it is.
Yep.
I'm just a realist. And I was like, oh, that's so sad for women that they feel that they're geriatric, essentially, at 35.
I'm good for it. So the bet/offer is if you introduce me to my husband and I marry him, I will give you $5,000. I don't have to stay married to him for long. I can get divorced in 20 years. It doesn't matter. But if you introduce me to a man that I walk down the aisle and get married to, I will give you $5,000. My DMs are open.
Wow. She wants a man bad.
And there's going to be people that probably hop on this. Because there are people that are good at matchmaking.
You can hire a matchmaker, right?
You can, for sure.
Those are like big back in the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a whole industry.
Yeah, there was.
Of getting, but now with
there was
social
a whole
media.
Will Smith movie about it.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, though, with social media, you don't need the matchmaker anymore.
No.
You're your own matchmaker.
Mm-hmm.
That's another job that's been eliminated.
That's true.
Jonah Hill. So, obviously you've seen the text messages, heard the story.
Yeah.
Some are calling her the toxic ex. Some are calling him the, misogynistic pig.
Okay.
Based on the text messages. Well, he said he had boundaries. And this woman wanted to clarify. She's a lawyer, and this is what she had to say.
So in sum, number one, is this a boundary or is this a preference? Number two, if this is a preference, express that preference privately. Number three, when you are expressing that preference...
He was expressing that privately via text message to her. So he was doing that privately. She then exposed what his preferences were.
Oh,
okay. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't just... He did this privately to her.
Yep.
He was like, hey, these are the things in the relationship that are making me uncomfortable. We can go our separate ways, no hard feelings. I'm not trying to keep you from doing what you want to do and what makes you happy. That's what I got out of it.
Yep.
But he was like, hey, this doesn't make me feel good, so I don't want to continue this relationship.
Ask yourself, is this a deal breaker for me legitimately, or is this a form of control to persuade the other person to conform to the preferences that I have set?
He gave her the option.
Yeah.
He didn't say, he gave her the option. He's like, hey.
All she had to do was be like, yeah, that doesn't work for me.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me, and, let's go our separate ways.
Yeah, that's it. Not wait 2 years and then blast him.
I didn't see anything crazy in his text message.
I did not either.
No.
Now, the other story that's coming out about him, forcibly, making out with underage girls, I mean, that was a bit of a different story. But, this one about him, nothing.
Yeah. It's just,
I know they want it to be something, but it's nothing.
Well,
these texts were tame, bro. They were tame. It's laughable to think, she exposed Jonah.
Oh, speaking of being exposed.
Okay.
So, this woman, she's at a concert, right?
Okay.
And... well, she's on her phone.
Yeah.
Doesn't even think that there's people around her.
Right. People when they're behind you, over your shoulder, I've done this at football games and stuff like that. I can't help but look at people's texts.
Yeah. And so that's what somebody was doing. And she was texting a dude that was not her husband. And then after every text, delete it.
Yep. That's a classic cheater move. Delete it now, because you know why, too, is because she's been busted before texting somebody else, so that's why she deletes it every time.
It says, if your
sometimes
wife...
you let them ride in there, and then you're like, damn it.
Oh, and it's one of these Cuck Tree concerts, too.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure. It was probably a Jelly Roll concert.
Nope. If your wife was in section, it
was probably the 8-man jam.
If your wife was in section, 331 of the Luke Combs concert in Tampa, Florida on July 8th, and your name's Ethan, you're getting cheated on.
Right. Yeah.
Woman gets blasted for deleting messages while at a concert with her husband. So she is next to her husband.
Yeah.
getting inappropriate text messages, sending inappropriate text messages to a man that was not her husband.
Damn.
At a country and western concert.
Yeah. Right.
At a Cuck Combs concert.
Man, that's tough.